Well, I think the manufacturing sentiment came in a little bit stronger than we expected. We thought there'd be weakness there because of the issues around the auto sector at the moment, but it seems like it was fairly firm. CapEx plans a little bit weaker than consensus expectations, but this is still a very robust number. I think it's not in the headlines here, but one of the I think more encouraging signs for the Bank of Japan is if you look at corporates' inflation expectations for general prices, it actually inched further. Pretty much across the board with the 5-year ahead medium-term measure for all enterprises going up to 2.2%. So, the Bank of Japan is very much focused on the details under the hood. They're trying to see if there's a further strengthening of norms around wage and price setting. And I think just skimming the results so far, this is not a bad result for the Bank of Japan. I think it should be fairly encouraging.
Hey, Izumi, we also got a revision to the real GDP for the January to March quarter. It's quite a substantial revision. It was previously at minus 1.8%. It's now coming in at minus 2.9% on an annualized basis. How are you reading that figure?
Yeah, so basically this is a very rare unscheduled revision of the GDP statistics. It occurred because the Ministry of Land Infrastructure and Transport made some pretty sizable corrections to its statistics for construction orders. So that's resulted in a fairly big downward revision for public investment, which I think is, which is reflected on those weak revised figures. How would this the BOJ interpret this? They have tended to dismiss the weakness in the GDP statistics even before these revisions, arguing that this is idiosyncratic factors. And this is for public investment, which is not, it is part of domestic demand, but I think less of a concern to them compared to private demand, such as capex and consumption. So I don't think it will necessarily prevent them from moving forward with policy normalization, including a rate hike at the next meeting. But it does, I think, it doesn't help the narrative, right, that the Japanese economy has been very sluggish since the middle of last year.